Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Fake Cast. We're back.
Yo!
Yes, sir. We've been busy. I know it's been a while. We said we were gonna upload weekly. We have failed, but it's because we've been working, on our Rocket League skills. Last time we were like a champ, nearly champ two, I think. I don't really remember. It was a while ago. As you can see, we're now Diamond two. But we're gonna
We
cook.
were cooking up. We're back. We got all of you guys, all the fans. Now we're gonna be good today because the NFL season is right around the corner in like a week. Um, so today we're gonna be doing our predictions for everyone's records and playoff predictions. So for my AFC North rankings, I officially have the number one seeded Baltimore Ravens at 14-3,
Damn.
being dominant again, and I have the Browns at 11-6. You know how it be. They're
Steady.
cooking at 11-6.
So the
Um,
Kelp's back eventually.
and I also have the Bengals tied with them at 11-6. Both playoff teams, both cooking.
W.
And then I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-11. Or
Damn.
5-12, sorry. 5-12, not my
Damn.
fault. Yeah. Ross sucks.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Mine is somewhat similar. I do have the Ravens winning the division as well, at 12-5. I have the Bengals tying with them at 12-5, and they do make the playoffs at 12-5, fifth seed in the AFC. And then the Browns are also 12-5, and
That's
make the
crazy.
playoffs. And then the Steelers 7-10 finish 11th in the AFC.
What a W.
Now the AFC East, where I have the Bills going 13-4 and winning the
That's
AFC.
crazy.
I think it's Josh Allen's year. I think he's out to prove himself again. They finished first in the
That's
AFC.
crazy.
The Dolphins sneak into the playoffs as a 7th seed at 10-7. Jets just miss out, also at 10-7. And Patriots go 2-15, get the number one pick.
Oh my god. We go.
Oh, what the frick? These are not diamonds.
Very much are. Look at this. Simple goal.
Look at
Um,
that.
but my AFC East predictions very different. I think that A Rod will destroy everything in his path. A Rod leads the AFC East at 13-4.
Oh my gosh.
One of the top seeds.
Can't wait
The
till the next
Dolphins
game.
not far behind at 12-5. The Bills win 10 games and miss the playoffs at 10-7, and the New England Patriots with a new coach, new QB, go 3-14.
That's fair enough.
So
I am curious to see how the Bills go without a true number one weapon.
that's
But
true.
we'll see.
I mean, I think 10-7 is generous. I think 13-4 is completely
And Josh
crazy.
Allen is him. You'll see. I think
Yeah,
13-4
him
is
at
just
turnovers.
bad.
I don't know. I feel like the Jets are primed to actually do
They're
something
gonna
for
be
once.
good, but I'm not sure about that good. Alright,
Hey, Rod.
you choose AFC West or South?
We're going south, down south, and I guess I'll start
Yep.
with the Texans at 10-7, cooking up. You know how it is. And then the Colts at 8-9, coming second in the division. Just not quite there yet. I don't think that they're quite there yet. Then the Jags, who are a very weird team. They randomly are good and then lose to a terrible team the next
Hypothetical.
week. Type of team, and I have them at 6-11. And then the Lonesome Titans at 13-4.
13-4.
Honest, or not 13-4, 3-4.
I was
Teen,
about to
3 and
say
14,
3-4.
3 and 14, 3 and 14. I'm
Yeah.
losing it. I'm losing it.
I have the Texans also winning the division at 11-6, but I actually have the Jags going 10-7 and just barely missing the playoffs, coming eighth in the AFC. Colts go six and
W.
11, and then Titans go 4 and 13.
Yeah, fair enough.
Final division is the AFC West. Well, obviously, I have the Chiefs coming out, going 13 and 4, and finishing second in the AFC. I've got
Yeah, fair enough.
the Chargers winning 7 games, 7 and 10. Broncos 6 and 11, and Raiders going 5 and 12.
That's fair rankings. I also have obviously the Chiefs at the number 1 seed going 13 and 4. They're just a powerhouse team. I have the Chargers, who I think will be a lot better coached, a lot tougher. I have them at 9 and 8, just not quite enough talent. And the Broncos not far behind. I think Bo Nix is the answer at 8 and 9. Sean Payton always finds a way to win. And then the Raiders at 6 and 11.
That's fair enough.
Gardner Minshew probably going to be mid,
Or
but they're
8 and
also kind of good randomly.
Yeah, they're gonna win some games. Is what they do. They're also gonna give
Yeah,
up. Did they gave up 70 points or they'd scored 70?
they scored 70.
On the Chargers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We should probably maybe lock in, just for a split second. The Rocket League gameplay is now here. You. Oh. Oh my god. Bang!
Prick the tourney anyway. I guess I'll start us off. In the
Yeah, what
NFC
division? What division?
East, the team that
Oh,
has
NFC East.
the number 1 record in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles, which I was not expecting
Yeah.
going into it, but they just kept winning. They go 13 and 4, followed by the Cowboys at 11 and 6. They do make the playoffs, and then it's the Commanders and Giants tied at 4 and 13. Trash. I think Jane Daniels could be good, but I'm not sure about this next season for Washington.
Yeah, that's true. My East predictions, I have this kind of the same, with Philadelphia being the best in the NFC. I have them coming back stronger than ever. Jalen Hurts probably gonna be him. I have them probably too many wins. I have them at 15 and 2. I just couldn't find a way that they lose that many games.
For real. They don't
And then I have the Cowboys second, obviously. They're at 14 and 3. I think that they'll be elite in the regular season again.
Yeah.
They always are elite. Yeah, same
Good,
story.
and then they fall apart.
Then I have the Commanders at 5 and 12. I think that's a fair record for their roster, and I think Jaden Daniels will be a lot better. And then I have the Giants starting off the year pretty decently, but then falling off completely and going 4 and 13. That's my NFC East predictions.
So W. Pretty
Yes, sir.
similar.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's just get the worst one out of the way, the NFC South.
Yep.
Worst one, by far. I do have number 1 in the NFC South. Well, that's not much, that's not saying much, but the Falcons at 9 and 8 are my number 1 seed. It was either them or Buccaneers, and I just thought that the Falcons, they're kind of primed for something with Kirk Cousins, Bijan, and yeah, 9 and 8 I think is a fair record.
The best
Yeah, Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, AJ Terrell, got some good players. Very top heavy team. Then I do have the Bucks getting a little worse, going 7 and 10, and missing out on the playoffs unfortunately. I mean, I like Baker. And then I do have the Panthers improving a lot, but still going 5 and 12. I think Bryce Young will be a lot better. Judging by his preseason, he looked a lot better. His offensive line looked a lot better. And then I have the lonely old Saints at 2 and 15. I think that they're gonna have a really bad year.
Yeah.
Derek Carr is not gonna cook.
He might get benched. Fine. I also have the Falcons winning the division. I have them going 10 and 7, and they actually go undefeated in division play. You know,
That's
I just think,
they only win the division. That's crazy. Because of the division.
I mean, yeah, you know, it's a weak division though, so I think they can.
It is.
Cool. 6-0 is kind of crazy. But then I have the Buccaneers at 7-10, missing out. You know, they're just they. Mike Evans, Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield to us.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, their team I feel like is just getting older. Tristan Wirfs might be gone. Like,
I actually have the Saints coming third, winning 6 games. You know, I'm gonna be surprised.
damn.
I'm here for it. I mean, 6 games isn't much though for being real. And
No,
I have
it
the
isn't,
Panthers
but-
only winning 4. I'm just not sure about Bryce Young. I'll be honest. And I don't like the people they got around him, the players. I don't think there's enough talent to win much.
Fair enough.
Anything.
I don't think there's much talent in the NFC South.
That's true. Alright.
Oh no. Nice.
Yeah. Let's go to the West. Where I
NFC
have
West?
San Francisco. They started off trash for me, but they ended up winning the division at 12-5. So number 2 seed in the NFC, followed by 2 teams that go 10-7 in Seattle and the Rams, both just barely missing out on the playoffs. And then the Cardinals sit down at the bottom, winning only 3.
Are not gonna cook. They're gonna go 4-13.
They still suck though. Shout out to them. That's fair enough.
No, you just gonna kick.
Easy.
What is? And then finally, we have the NFC North.
W.
And in the North, I believe in the Packers. You know,
That's a W.
from what I saw with Jordan Love, he was cooking.
That's a W.
Packers, they got an elite defense, good offensive line. The weapons are a bit shaky, but I think that they'll be really good.
The
I have them
NFC
going 13. I have them going 13-4. And then I have the Lions, who are still going to be great. I have them going 11-6. I just think that they drop off a little bit. I don't know why. It's just a feeling I have. I feel like they're going to get found out a little bit. And their confidence from the NFC Championship's going to play on them a little, I think. Because they really should have won that game, probably. But
Yeah.
and then I have the Bears improving so much. Caleb Williams is probably going to cook. I like their weapons. I have them going 8-9.
Yeah.
Kind of beating up on a lot of the
That's all.
trasher teams, to be honest. Not really doing well against bigger teams, but
Man, that's
hey,
all.
they'll probably get a few wins in there against
For sure.
better teams. And then unfortunately, I have Vikings not doing well. At 3-14, probably a bit too low, but when you have Sam Darnold as you're starting,
The same. Oh no. My number 1 team in the division was actually the Lions. Also at 11.
Fair enough.
But they had in a 3-way tie with the Bears and Packers, all at 11
that's
and 6.
crazy.
You know, the Lions get the 3 seed, 6 seed for the Packers, 7 for the Bears. And then I have the Vikings
Damn.
at 5-12.
Yeah,
Bears,
I feel like that is where they're gonna be.
Bears and Packers, I love their receiving calls. They have so much talent.
They do.
It's gonna be.
I don't like the Packers receiving core as much, but hey, they might prove me wrong. But the rest of their team, I think, is great. Like Josh Jacobs and guys like that. Their defense is gonna be.
That's whatever. I'll just go to anybody.
But
I'll follow them all up. Alright. Number 1 in the AFC, I have the Buffalo Bills winning 13 games. I think Josh Allen is gonna wake some people up again.
I just don't see it. They just don't have the weapons for me. I just
Yeah.
don't think.
We'll see.
They
we'll
got
see.
a lot of dog, but I don't think that they got the weapons.
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps, but.
We'll
I
have to
don't know.
see, I guess.
I got the Chiefs in second, winning 13 games as well. Followed by the Ravens and Texans, the other division winners. The wild card teams are the Bengals, Browns, and 8th. 8th is Jacksonville.
But my rankings, I have number 1 Baltimore. I just think that they're gonna beat them. I think Lamar, he's thinned down. He's gonna be better throwing the football, I think. And they're gonna be better. Yes,
What
sir.
a surprise. Great
Um,
defense.
then the Chiefs, obviously, at second. They're not much to be said. Then the Jets at third. I believe in A-Rod. A-Rod's cooking in training camp, it seems, and
Yep.
I reckon he'll cook. They've got good weapons. The fourth seed, I have the Texans. I think that they come out of their division. Probably not as high as I would have thought, like as many wins as I would have thought, but
Yeah.
they do play a lot of tough teams. Like the NFL gave them quite a lot of tough teams. My wildcard teams are the same. I have Dolphins, Browns, and Bengals. The team that just misses out for
I can't see my AFC.
where bloody this is we're doing the NFC. We got to do our NFC rankings. I mean, if you want, I can do my NFC rankings right now.
Yeah, but
My NFC rankings, I do have Philadelphia cooking at 15 and 2, the number 1 seed. I have the Packers number 2, San Fran number 3, Falcons the 4th seed, with my 3 wildcard teams being the go away, buddy. The Cowboys, Lions, and Rams. The teams that just miss out are the Seahawks. What about you?
my number 1 team is the Philadelphia Eagles at 13-4, followed by San Francisco at 12-5, the Lions 11-6, Falcons 9-7.
Fair enough. 9 and 7.
Yeah, I mean they win a division, so therefore 9 and
Yeah, but
7.
they're 9 and
The wild card teams are the Cowboys, Packers, and Bears. 2 teams out of the NFC North. You know, I think they're gonna be
W.
best division at the NFC.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't see the Bears being that amazing yet, but in a few years I could see them
Keenan
cooking.
Allen, Odunze, DJ Moore. It's kind of crazy. Okay?
Yeah, that is actually a great trio.
Yeah. Teams that just missed out of the Rams, Seahawks. In the AFC, Bills have the bye. Texans against Bengals. I'm taking the Texans. They're at home. It's Stroud time. I'm taking the Browns over the Ravens in Baltimore. F it. I just, in a playoff scenario, I trust Nick Chubb. I trust the Browns defense. 2 great teams there. And then I have the Chiefs beating the Dolphins in Kansas City. Pretty simple game for that. In the NFC, the Eagles get the bye. I have the Falcons pulling a Tampa Bay and beating the Cowboys in Atlanta. I got Green Bay beating Detroit in Detroit. I got San Francisco beating Chicago. Now the divisional round, Chiefs versus Texans. I'm taking the Texans, They're going to shock the world.
That's crazy.
It's Stroud time.
You can't just say it's Stroud time. Stroud time.
What do you want me to say? I think they have a good enough team. You saw it last year. I mean, they won a playoff game. They were great.
They beat a certain Cleveland team.
Yeah. Well, in this world of mine, the Browns beat the Bills in Buffalo. So
you just wanted an easy team to beat on. Wow, I see. That's why you made it the 1 seed.
No.
Oh, that's great. The bias is showing. This is the most biased thing I've ever seen.
It's gonna be Texas Browns in the AFC Conference Championship. In the NFC, it's gonna be Chiefs against Atlanta. Chiefs. San Francisco, Atlanta, with San Francisco win at home, and then the Packers upset the Eagles in Philly. I both 1 seeds losing. I'm not sure how much the bye helps, to be honest. I feel like it hurts more. But in the conference championship, we got the Texans against the Browns. I'm taking the Texans, in
Texans
Houston.
over Browns.
Texans going to the Super Bowl is my call. To play San Francisco. San Francisco beat Green Bay at home. San Francisco is just such a tough team. I think they're hungry
They are.
after losing last year. And in the Super Bowl, I actually have San Francisco bringing it home against Houston. My Super Bowl champions,
Fair enough.
San Francisco 49ers.
Alright, in the wild card. Oh my god. For the AFC, it's CJ Stroud time. I have them beating the Miami Dolphins in Houston. So, it's not them, you know. Yeah, Dolphins, I think they're one of those teams that play well in the regular season, and they just fall apart like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Did play pretty well last year, I think it was, without Tua though. Oh my god, this guy's in. Unfortunately, I don't have the same Cleveland bias. I do have maybe a bit of bias towards Aaron Rodgers. I think that he'll have too much smarts, too much experience on the Browns. And the Jets, yes sir. And the Jets will beat the Browns. And then a bit boring, but actually not a boring matchup. Quite a good matchup. The Bengals versus the Chiefs. I do have the Chiefs beating them. In a close one.
After that game.
Twitter would go crazy. In the NFC, I have the same matchup as you, but I have the Cowboys beating the Falcons. I don't have the Falcons pulling any type of shenanigans. I do have the Cowboys actually beating a pretty trash team. They're the worst team in the playoffs. So then I have the San Francisco 49ers repeating what they did in the NFC Championship and beating the Lions. I feel bad for Lions, but I think it's their year. And then I have the Packers beating the Rams at Lambeau. I don't think that there's much of a shock there. I think that they'll have a good year.
Yeah.
And then in my divisional, let's just get it up. I have the Chiefs beating the Jets. I think that's fair enough. Two great teams. And then a repeat of last year's playoffs. I have the Baltimore Ravens beating Houston. I know, CJ Stroud propaganda. It's not gonna work on me. He's not making the Super Bowl.
There's a chance.
And on the NFC side, I have the 49ers losing to the Packers. I think Packers are them. And I have the fraudulent Cowboys losing again, this time to the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's fair enough.
They just can't make it past the divisional to save their lives, and I have that continuing. Dak's probably going to throw like 5 interceptions. And then my championship round, I have another repeat of last year's playoffs. I have the Chiefs beating Baltimore. I just think that Baltimore are going to die again. Too much pressure on them. Chiefs have all been there before, basically. But I guess they do have a worse team, but they always end up getting a worse team and still winning Super Bowls. So,
yep.
I don't know. And on the NFC side, I have the Packers beating the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to see Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. But yeah, Packers. Jordan Love's gonna go off in the playoffs like he did last year.
I got CJ Stroud, you got Jordan Love, you know.
Yes, sir.
I was close.
I will be feeding it to them.
Well.
Yeah, and then in Madden Super Bowl, I have the Chiefs beating the Packers, but I don't know. It could go either way. But Patrick, when it comes down to the wire, Patrick Mahomes is him.
Yep.
Unfortunately. Yeah, that's my Super Bowl.
That's a W.
It's gonna be a good year. Yeah.
Yep. What do we do now?
Just going 3-0. We're so good.
CD Lamb did get a massive contract.
Get out of my way. Nick Chubb, how do you feel about him?
I mean,
your overall thoughts?
It was pretty obvious. You know, I mean, he's coming off the injuries coming off. I wasn't thinking he was going to be back week 1, so I'm just hoping he can get back mid-season and can. He doesn't have to be as good as he was. I just want him to shock the world and just show he's still that guy. Still got stuff in him after that injury.
There is a guy to do it. I'd be to be that guy.
That's tough.
feel disappointed about Tim Patrick. Yeah, I feel really bad for him, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
bro's been bro's been injured back to back, like season-ending injuries, and the season you're supposed to come back, you get released is tough. But that's how the NFL works.
Yep.
Ooh, L'Jarius Sneed. He hates the Chiefs. Fair play. I do
Yeah.
too.
I think everyone.
That was a very dog move, I'm not gonna lie. Why are you trading your best corner
No.
after a Super Bowl? Who knows?
It's the Chiefs though.
Oh yeah, Malik Willis.
W, I saw that.
I mean,
I don't know
it's
what
not
to
really
say
big
about
news, but
it. Yeah. Malik
he
Willis,
might be.
He's cool, I guess. He's a good man player.
Yeah, not very.
How
I
about
think
you?
the fans 100% want to know what you've been doing in your life, Jam.
Oh, I don't know how to answer that, so you know, I've been
Why not?
cooking up. I haven't really done anything crazy. Just been living life.
Fair enough.
We were
Fair
wanting to
play.
come back to the fake cast before, but we couldn't really. So
We were, yeah.
we knew. Yeah, I got a PS5.
We had to
so
stay
we could
patient,
figure stuff out, but
you know.
we knew with the NFL season quickly approaching, we had to get back for you guys. You know,
Yes,
even though there might not be many or any. This is fun, so I enjoy the fake cast.
I do too. I actually do enjoy. I have enjoyed doing this, even though we've
Yeah.
been losing. Even though I haven't been focusing on Rocket League, and we've been losing the whole time.
This game though, we've unlocked it.
This game we're cooking because we're playing complete bums
That's true.
because we suck.
What have you been doing in your life?
The last time I was on the fake cast, I was in a completely different state, so
That's a W.
moved away. Moved
How
away
you-
from you.
How you liking
So,
your
yeah.
new life?
Alright. It's alright.
That's a W.
But yeah, also been living life. You know how it is. Just, what is this? Yeah, just relaxing. And I'm excited for the NFL season.
Can't wait.
Um,
Can't wait to wake up at 5.
still gotta get
3
through
a.m.
the
for
NRL
game.
season. I'm not doing that.
I'm doing it.
Not that dedicated.
And I did it last year too. And it worked out for the most
I'm not
part.
that dedicated.
There was some when you lose though after waking up at 3 a.m. it's the worst. feeling ever.
It's, you know,
Everything. It feels like everything that could have gone wrong last season went wrong, and we still won. We still made a
That's
wild
true.
card.
but you did also find like your best quarterback since Baker Mayfield, so
With DTR.
no, that Joe guy. He was winning
He's not even-
games.
He's yeah.
No, he's not. Who's he on? Is he in the Colts?
Overhyped, though. Yeah, he's on the Colts.
Yeah, he was massively overhyped. He was like,
he was good, but he
when
was
you were winning,
sucking.
when you were winning, everyone was saying he was the greatest quarterback of all time. When you were losing, he was all of a sudden the worst quarterback of
It
all
was
time.
fun to watch.
So,
He was just letting it fly every game, but we saw in the playoffs. Eventually, it's gonna catch up to him. Just chucking it every play.
yeah,
He threw a lot of interceptions before that as well. And
Yeah.
Deshaun, people forget, but Deshaun was like 6-1 when he was playing.
he was.
And that second half of the Ravens game, he was pretty much perfect with both his shoulders. So let it come back. It was crazy.
I don't know. I see that as a problem. His best performance, his best, like the best he would.
Can't wait.
Fair play. Yeah, I feel more excited than I did last year. I think that's fair enough. New QB in town and stuff.
Rookie QB cooking. That's
like,
great.
I was not, like, I was hoping that Russ was gonna cook, and for the most part, he did a lot better. But he been that good when we were winning. Our defense was like the funnest thing to watch ever. Oh my, I've never had so much fun watching
Yeah.
defense. That was great watching
Did
us
you
get like a
enjoy watching-
bajillion turnovers.
Did you enjoy watching them against the Dolphins? That defense.
I didn't actually. I didn't watch it. It was at like 3 a.m. and I legit woke up to 70 to 20. So I was just like, oh, jeez.
That's so.
Did you enjoy watching your defense against CJ Stroud?
I enjoyed watching them against San Francisco. I enjoyed watching them against CJ. Oh no, against who's their backup? I forgot. I enjoyed watching Amari Cooper put up
Davis
nearly
Mills?
300 yards. It was a better day to obliterate the Texans. That was fun. I did not enjoy the playoff game. I spent like the whole week just anxiously waiting for it, just for it to be terrible. And it wasn't even a close game at all from this jump. it was
Yeah,
just
you
terrible.
guys kind of shit the bed.
And, hopefully we can get some
Fair
kind
play.
of playoff success.
I mean, I hope, but I don't see it right now.
Man, I could see it.
But y'all are like, I don't know,
We're a
I
fair
see
team,
y'all
isn't it?
potentially winning a Super Bowl, but I know everyone says it, and I know you're probably sick of it, but I do see Deshaun holding you back. I don't know if I see him being that guy, but if he can just do his job,
If he does,
talent around you will speak.
I think if he does all right and like manages the game, we're gonna be a good team. I think what we need though is him to actually take that leap and look like his former self for us to actually be Super Bowl contenders. We have the defense. It's all about the offense, and we need Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I
to
think
first.
you guys need an actual game manager at quarterback. You didn't really have that last season, or
Jacoby
neither do
Brissett
you
though,
have it
the
now.
season before.
Jacoby Brissett
He was
was,
amazing.
and he was cooking.
Yeah,
Exactly, like your offense is the best when you're just managing a game and letting your defense thrive.
yeah.
And hopefully Deshaun can just be that. He doesn't have to be his Houston self, because the fact is he'll probably never get to that again.
That's facts.
But I mean, if he can develop his game to a completely different style of game that works for the Browns, I don't see why y'all can't win a chip.
We have the two-time head coach of the year. We have the coordinator of the year.
Defensive player of the year.
We have a new offensive coordinator who is good. It doesn't really
Damn
matter that
good.
much though, because no, we got this. Come on. I mean, we're just starting out. There. It feels like a fresh start. But
It does, but it felt like a fresh
it's
start.
having a
I think
podcast
I
while
just
playing
want
rugby
more.
league too.
I think I just want more consistency with this.
Okay, we're gonna
Like-
weekly.
We don't need it. I don't even.
At least
We
every
should
week.
start small, monthly at least, weekly,
It's true.
because we were the last time we made that promise.
It's
it
gonna
didn't
be
work out.
the goal though. Every week, first NFL season.
The goal, yeah, and then it's like that's like the best, and then I feel like the minimum should be like
Yeah.
other content, I should say,
Yeah,
because
let us
that
know-
is
know
something
down
that
below
we've been thinking about.
Any games you want us to play? Games that we're thinking of. Obviously Madden, Fortnite as well as an option. We play a fair bit of Fortnite in our off time. You know, let us know if you want to see like a Madden fantasy draft rebuild or something, where we like go against each other or something.
Yes, sir, because we can do crossplay now. We can do challenges
Facts.
in games. We could do.
Minecraft.
Oh, NCAA. We could also probably do stuff around the basketball season when that starts. Booking, hopefully.
Yeah, some players. We're gonna talk about NBA. Every week, you know, hopefully at least we can do our predictions for the week, and then maybe like a review of what happened.
Yeah, is this where you want to end it? Like, because I feel like there's so much more, but I don't know what more to do.
Facts. Maybe we just play some Rocket League, you know. Just like
Who
games.
comes here to watch the Rocket League?
Hey, at first, that's pretty much all it was. You know, our first like episode.
It was just
Okay.
Rocket League. we did, like, it's not even a podcast. I don't know why we
I
have
know,
a
it's-
podcast.
it's
not a
whack.
podcast. It's just a
We're
YouTube
playing
channel.
Rocket League.
Not
Hey,
really
you know. Yeah. Any ideas?
Yeah.
Anything you want to see us do? Pretty much any game, you know.
Yes,
we'll see
sir.
what we can do. Just let us know.
It's
we're
weird,
here to
like,
stay.
it's like weird talking, knowing that I'm not talking to anyone, like,
Yeah.
physically. Like,
It's-
we don't have any fans. But
Yeah, I try not to think about that. That there's no one
I
watching
know.
anyway. But I mean,
Like,
the
it
thing
is
if we are
weird.
consistent, then we could actually get at least like a couple people But because
100%,
people just
yeah.
watch random stuff, but we just
We did
gotta
get a
be
few with the
consistent.
short, just do challenges, I guess. So. Actually, yeah. What challenges are there? Oh my god, what challenges
I'm trying to
are there
think.
for us to do?
You know, like run only. Uh,
Not only, yeah.
maybe like one
Oh
week.
my god, I'm cooked. I have not been locked in this whole night. Like, I
I
don't know if you have.
was
I have
locked in
not.
last game.
Actually, there's been a few games where I'm like half locked in, and there's been a lot where I'm just not, and I've just been, especially when we're doing our predictions and stuff, like because it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know, but yeah, trying to play Rocket League at the same time while doing that was not fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I-
If you just do like, just doing like four at a time, you know, like oh, here's my AFC West predictions, and here's my AFC West predictions. But I don't know. I'm not that good of an editing genius, so I can't really say if it's tough or not.
Also using a new editing software, so
That is true. It is
how
pretty
does it
good. From
feel?
what it
Viewers,
feels nice. It feels good off the tongue. I don't
Da
know.
Vinci. That's a W.
DaVinci Resolve. It does feel nice. Yeah, I do feel like we have to kind of start over from that old, I don't know, stuff like that was not continuous, if it makes sense. Like the fake cast, we're probably, well, considering we're probably locked out of it. Um,
Gotta make a better
gotta kind of
logo,
make
I think.
a new channel. Gotta make a better logo.
For like a logo, what do you think? You any ideas?
You know the LA logo that's just
Just
the
put a
Lakers
place
logo,
a
but
F.
put an F.
Hey, that's a good
That'd be
idea.
crazy.
This is probably the last game of the episode.
Last game of the episode, guys.
This
We
will be an
don't need them to be
hour
that.
20 recording. It'll probably be
Yeah,
like
I feel like you could
40,
skim a lot of it. Like,
40 or
yeah, you
less.
could probably. Yeah, I feel like 40-minute like episodes are good. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a good time. I'm not saying that we have to be that.
We'll see how the first one goes, and we'll see how the second one goes, and you know,
Yes,
place them.
yeah, we could recreate Miles Garrett and Mason Rudolph.
So,
We didn't know.
right.
Oh my god. Fun times. But now we know. Now we know ball. You know.
Yep, we're more experienced now. Ready
We are.
to cook.
We were too ambitious for what we were doing. I mean, I don't know much about DaVinci to be fair. I don't know if it's better than Adobe. I thought it ran smoothly. I thought it was nice.
Premiere Pro is probably
Yeah.
gonna be a little better because it's Premiere Pro.
It should be, because it's like, how much is it?
400
How much?
a year,
400.
like 300 a year. Yeah.
We've got a lot of ideas, but I feel like like, I feel like with our last channel, I guess this is reminiscing about what went wrong now. Because that's kind of what we're doing anyways. But with our last channel, I feel like we like went and like didn't commit to anything, if that makes sense. Like we start a YouTube channel and then we'll post a bunch of shorts and then we'll do a TikTok and then we'll we'll make a Twitter, which we literally didn't do anything with.
Yeah.
And then we'll get weekly uploads, and it's like if we just start at like weekly uploads and then start putting shorts in from those weekly uploads.
Yep.
And start building our empire brick by brick.
Yeah, we gotta start slow. Can't be too ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, frick these guys.
Yeah, frick these guys.
Let me hit a walk off. Give me a good bounce. Well, not a walk off.
Oh,
Ah,
is that
Yep.
gonna conclude the first episode?
feels good to be back. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully next week we'll be, talking about week one and giving our predictions for the week one slate of NFL games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.
Yes,
Turn
sir.
on the bell or something. I don't know. You don't have to. You know, just at this point of our first episode, just watching is all we'd want. Honestly, I think subscribers would be nice. Likes would be nice. But
We just want
views, you
views.
know,
We
we
just
just
want
need
actual
we need
people watching.
views. Yeah, we need people watching us too.
Yeah.
That's all from Jacko Fat 9. Jacko Fat 9 out.
Talk to y'all next week. We will be back next week, Saturday or Sunday. There will be a post. I promise.